All right. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming on to this YouTube live. I'm sorry, it's not a YouTube live. This is a video that I'm doing on how to get rid of congestion, cough, cold, how to help your little ones, your infants, your babies, your children, toddlers, to get rid of the mucus, that runny nose, that cough that they get, and how to prevent it from getting worse, how to even help your asthmatic children, children with asthma, not just children, but adults. We'll be going over how to get rid of a cough, how to prevent a cough, how to get rid of a cold, or how to deal with sinus allergies and congestion in this area here. So we'll be talking about a lot of these things on this video. All right, let's get started. My name is Sana Lagans, and I am a doctor of osteopathy, DO. DOs are very similar to MDs. We can do everything an MD can do, plus hands-on manipulation, kind of like what a chiropractor does, or a massage therapist, or even a physical therapist, to try to reduce pain in the body, and even deal with sinus and cold and help the body to recover faster. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about babies and infants. So first of all, children have little small tiny little noses, and little sinuses, and there's a connection between the inside of the sinus to the ear. And so when they have a lot of congestion here, it can go into the ear and cause ear infections, or it could drain into the throat, and that can cause them to cough. And sometimes if it's too much, they could go into the lungs and cause pneumonia, bronchitis, or bronchiolitis, different things like that, which can cause them to have a hard time breathing. So, how do you get rid of this congestion? The best thing to do is to get some saline, which is salt water, or you can make your own salt water. You just have to make sure that the water is clean, that the water is good water, that you take you could either take some water and boil it, or you could take filtered water, distilled water, bottled water, and just make sure that you warm it up just a little. And here's a recipe for you: about 8 ounces, which is the same as 1 cup, of water. And in that, you put about a fourth of a teaspoon of baking soda, plus a fourth of a teaspoon of regular table salt. Okay, not sea salt, just regular table salt. And you put that in the water and mix it up. And that's a nice saline solution, which will help cleanse the sinuses out. So then you take you can use a suction bulb or a dropper, and you put that in their nostrils when they're really young, when they're about 6 months or so, or younger, a year or younger. You want to use about 1 drop, and then you want to suction out of their nose. Sometimes it's hard to get anything to come out. So, and they don't like it. They fight you like crazy. So sometimes it's better to get a separate suction bulb, and you can mark on it mouth, this one's for the nose, this one's for the mouth, or get different colors, or figure out a way to, which one is which. And then you use that one to suction straight out of the mouth. So you just go, towards the back of the throat, being careful not to go too far and hurt them. But you want to suction and pull the mucus out. And a lot of times you can even see the mucus going down into, you can see it going down. Okay, the phlegm. So anyway, the key is to suction. You want to get it out of their nose, or get the mucus out of their throats. Okay, that is very key. Another key is to try to give them Pedialyte every other feeding. So you want to do bottle feedings, or breastfeed. If you're breastfeeding, even better. Gives them good antibodies that they need to fight. colds and flu and viruses. And so anyway, you want to give them Pedialyte, give them formula, go back and forth between those. If you're breastfeeding, just keep breastfeeding them frequently and on demand. Now, the other thing you could do is a humidifier. So humidifiers are wonderful. Sometimes when the air is too dry, the body can react to that and cause sore throat. And it can cause issues, stuffy nose and things like that. So if you simply you can buy them. I think they're from Walmart about $15 to $20. You don't need a very expensive one. Just a good old-fashioned cool mist humidifier is fine. And it does wonders. It really clears up. And even for adults, not just for children, for adults. Another thing, just FYI for children, for adults, it's good to have like an aloe vera plant inside the room. Okay, or any green plants. For the most part, most green plants purify the air, cleans the air. This is one way to have clean air, is to have a aloe vera plant inside the room. Another thing is you can also in the kitchen boil water and take the aloe vera leaf, cut it in the middle, cut the sides off, and put the leaf inside the boiling water. I like rosemary. I love the smell of fresh rosemary. I have fresh rosemary growing, and oh my goodness, it smells so good. You can put that in there. Um, what else? Lemon, the peeling of the lemon or the lime or citrus, orange peelings, and put that in there. That usually has a nice aroma. But the aloe vera is helps break up the mucus. Lemon also helps break up the mucus. You take some lemon and squeeze that in the water. Also, eucalyptus oil, essential oils. A lot of people like essential oils. You could put that in the water, and that will help to break up the mucus and help relieve a lot of congestion. You want it to come out the nose. You want that nose to run, and then you blow the nose or suction, get the mucus out. Here's another trick. I have a child. He's 12 now, but when he was little, oh, he fought me tooth and nail. I could not. And then even when I did get the suction bulb in his little nose, it sometimes nothing would come out. So it was kind of frustrating. But um, one thing I did notice, if I took a Q-tip and put it in his little nose, and I would just simply wrap the mucus around the Q-tip and just, twirl it, the mucus, and just pull it out, and suddenly he could breathe. And he went for that. He allowed me to do that, and he could breathe suddenly. So you could do that in each nostril, take a clean Q-tip and just twirl it around, and it actually draws the mucus around it, and you could just pull it straight out. And that way you could pull that mucus out of their nose. The whole point is to get it out, okay? To get it out either through the nose or through the mouth.